Hello, and thank you for stopping by yet another edition of the Massachusetts Beer Reviews tonight. I spelled Oskar Blues wrong in the title. I'm sorry, I will change that. This is, yes, Oskar Blues Brewery. Very famous Oskar Blues Brewery beer. If you like beer, you like craft beer, you like hoppier kind of beers, pale ales, you'll know this one. Dale's Pale Ale. Dale's Pale Ale was purchased by myself from the Conundrum variety pack, 12-pack cans from Oskar Blues. It included Dale's Pale Ale, Mama's Little Yellow Pills that I did review, their Czech style Pilsner, their Piner, which is their throwback session IPA, and one called just plain old IPA, which is in the blue can. This one here, the Dale's Pale Ale, is from Oskar Blues Brewery, which is located in Brevard, North Carolina, where this one's brewed. And they're also in Lyons, Colorado, I believe. It's 6.5% alcohol by volume. It is a huge can't even read words here. It is a huge hopped mother of a pale ale. There you go. Voluminously hopped mother of a pale ale. Mountain Pale Ale. They say it delivers a hoppy nose and an assertive but balanced flavors of pale ale, malts, and citrusy floral hops from start to finish. Oskar Blues launched its canning ops in 2002, brewing and hand canning Dale's Pale Ale in Lyons, Colorado Brew Pub. In the Lyons, Colorado Brew Pub. America's first craft canned mountain pale ale is a hearty, critically acclaimed trailblazer that changed the way the craft beer fiends perceive portable beer. 63 IBUs, or 65, I should say, IBUs. I have no clue as to what they're using in this beer because they don't tell you on the website, which is OskarBlues.com. Dale's Pale Ale is a American-style pale ale, and it gets an 88 on Beer Advocate out of 1,923 reviews. The bros are only giving it an 81, which seems kind of low for this kind of beer. Same rating as the last beer I just did, which is the from only Beer Advocate ratings of 81, which was the Rebel Juiced IPA. But Rate Beer actually likes it better. It's a American Pale Ale at 97 overall as a beer, and it's a 99 in that style. So, yeah, I normally don't buy the Dale's Pale Ale because I like to try a lot of different things, and I almost never repeat buy craft beer unless it's really something that stands out to me. So yeah, when you think canning of beers, you can't not think Oskar Blues Brewery. And I mean, it's got a pretty, and I even tilted the glass when I poured it, almost 4 really fingers of head there. It's got a nice dark copper orangey color. It's got some haze to it. It's not completely see-through, but you can see some kind of reflection there. I don't notice that it's got any sediment. It's just kind of hazy to it. That tannish off-white colored head, it just looks like a craft beer as you would expect. This can, by the way, it says canned on the 1st of November 2016 at 55:55 for a time, or 15:55 for a time. So, not the freshest, but it's by far not very, very old. So yeah, it looks the good part of a American IPA. Almost like a West Coast or American Pale Ale. Almost looks like a West Coast IPA. Let's get a nose on it. Dale's Pale Ale. Yeah, you're definitely getting some sweet bready, biscuity, or maybe more of like a brown bread in a way. Toasted malts. Sweet notes again. There is some tropical notes. There's some grapefruit and pineapple. But I'd say it's primary nose, and I'm only getting this. I'm only getting the head in it right now. Okay, now that I moved just a slight bit of the head out of the way, I'm getting more of the spicy, resinous, piney notes and some oily notes. A little bit of leather. And all that tropical notes in there too. So, yeah, it smells pretty good. Cheers. That's a big difference from Juiced Rebel IPA. Yeah, there's definitely a toasty kind of a quality to the beer. Let me open up the chat. Chat away with any questions you have now. Yeah, there's definitely grapefruit in there, and the pineapple, and some orange notes, as you know, one kind of would expect. It's got that toasted quality, which for whatever reason I don't think is that unlike a English style bitter, although this is obviously American bitter beer right here. Hello, Eric Lyons fan. Last beer review of the night. I mean, it's got those. It's got the light, leathery, piney notes. There definitely is some hop oil. There's definitely some resin qualities there. It's to me, it's on the higher side of medium, but I would still call it straight up medium-bodied beer. Yeah, it does have a little bit of an oily viscosity to it. It does say it does kind of allude to that in its packaging, that's going to have a little bit more heft to it. Anything else I can tell you? Oh, is it crisp? Is it clean? Is it refreshing? It's a little bit too big of a body of a beer for me to make it really, really, really refreshing. But I bet you, if I had some pizza or some chicken wings, some fried chicken, if I went to the Midwest or Indiana and had a fried pork sandwich, and then this would be good with that at the Indianapolis Speedway. Yeah, it's really got that nice fruity quality to it, with the oil qualities you get from hops, and that nice toasted bready malt. It's kind of a nice accent there. It doesn't quite bring it over the top and wow me, but I can see it's very, very close to that status for me. I think it's a top-notch, exceptional version of an American Pale Ale that anybody that loves hops, that loves flavorful craft beer, would love this one. I mean, I gotta give it an A for the style of American Pale Ale. For me personally, it's gonna get another high B+. And as Jay Theriot of Louisiana Beer Reviews would say, B pluses just don't mean that much anymore these days, and I could by far less disagree. For me to give something a really good A rating, it has to really knock my socks off and really take me back and really really tell me that this is just one of those beers you're gonna have to try before you die. And this one, I think that everybody, if they haven't tried Dale's Pale Ale and they like craft beer, well, they've been living under a rock. Go get some Dale's Pale Ale. But it's got what you want from a nice Pale Ale. It's got a good crisp carbonation bite. It's got those good oily notes. It's got some malts in the background, although the hops are a little bit more substantial, but you can still tell that there are malts in there. You get your almost like a marmalade, kind of a citrusy, pineapple, grapefruit, orangey kind of notes. Spicy hops in a way. Touch of the dank, resinous, oily qualities. It does leave that sticky lacing, and only a slight bit amount of the stickiness around the rim of the glass. Again, I'm going to call this an 89. I'm going to call this a borderline world-class beer. I wouldn't disagree if you did call it world-class. Now, by the way, Dale's Pale Ale is just a standard American Pale Ale. They do a double version of this one. Yeah, I guess. I don't even know. They probably still call it an American Pale Ale. It's called Deviant Dale's, and it was the first beer. I think it was either the first beer that it might have been the first beer that they at Oakar Blues ever canned in a 16-ounce tall boy. It's an 8% in that range American Pale Ale. And I've had that before, and that's even more sticky and dank and resinous. So if you really like big, bold, sticky, hoppy qualities, and like chewing on leather and tobacco leaves, that's more of a beer to explore. But this is just the lighter side of that. It has those kind of notes and elements, but it's way more subdued than that. So if you like your IPAs or double IPAs, hoppier beers, Dale's Pale Ale could be a regular staple in your beer fridge. And if somebody wanted to only provide me with Dale's Pale Ale for the rest of my life, I would probably be sad I couldn't get any other beers, but I wouldn't be disappointed that it was Dale's Pale Ale. Not my top 10 favorite beer, but it is a really solid beer, and it's an exemplifier. It's an exemplary, I can't even say that word. It exemplifies the beer style, for sure. Flagship of Oakar Blues. So, there we go. Dale's Pale Ale. Any questions, comments? Any ideas for a beer to review? Leave it in the comment section below, or send me a private message. You can also find me on the Massachusetts Beer Reviews group of Facebook. Till we see you again, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers. See you soon.